I am beyond grateful for the space that we share here. There's a lot of love in this space, and it reminds me of a Sanskrit word, Hrdayakashaya, which comes from Hrdaya, meaning heart, and Akasha, meaning space. Literally, Hrdayakashaya, heart space. If there was any feeling that I would ascribe to what we share here, it would certainly be Hrdayakashaya. As such, I've been meaning for a while to extend this space into our new Discord server, which I've also aptly named Hrdayakashaya. And if you're interested in being a part of that, everyone's welcome. You'll find it as an icon in the link tree in the bio. To kind of celebrate the opening of that new extension of the space we share here, I thought we'd do a mantra based on that name. The mantra to christen that space is Om Yam Hrdayakashaya Namah. If you know my name, you might be wondering if I'm sneaking my own name into this mantra. Coincidence aside, Yam is actually the mantra for the heart, for the Hrdaya. Every chakra has its own mantra, from the root being Rlam, to the crown being Om. In between the two, in its center, is the bija, the seed, Yam. So that will be the essence of our mantra. In total, this mantra means Om, a syllable representing all of the universe. Yam, a symbol representing the heart. Hrdayakashaya means to the space of the heart. Namah, salutations. For some pronunciation tips, which I don't want you to be burdened by, but can use as a way of really being present with the soundscape of this ancient language, I've added some. O's and A's with the line above it are long. When you see that M with a dot under it in Om and Yam, it's a nasalization. A R with a dot under it is rolled. And an S with the accent above it is just the equivalent of the English SH. Sanskrit has many different sibilants, and they're distinguished by the accent on the S in the International Alphabet of Sanskrit Transliteration. And finally, at the end, you'll see an H with a dot under it, which is an exhale. If you don't know how to roll your R's, that's okay. Don't stress over it. But if you want to learn how, it is very simple to practice. What you do is you curl your tongue back. That's called retroflex position. It's not a position we have for any letter in English, so it is new for most English speakers. Curl your tongue back so that the bottom of the tip of your tongue is facing the hard palate of your mouth. And then you're going to pretend like it's a vowel. And with a vowel, you don't try to touch one part of your mouth to another, like your tongue to the roof or your lips against each other. In a vowel, you just voice. So curl your tongue back and then voice. That's called a vocalic liquid. Then the secret ingredient is you aspirate. Also challenging for English speakers because we generally don't differentiate sounds based on aspiration. But if you add your breath, you breathe, while you're doing that vocalization with your tongue curled back, if you practice that, you will eventually get and you really got to use a lot of force. And that forms the vowel in between the H and the D of the heart. Hrdayakashaya. So, we'll be doing it 108 times because that is the magic number. Malas traditionally have 108 beads, so we'll be using this Rudraksha Mala, starting with the Guru bead. And then all I will do is just move from one bead at a time. And when I return to the Guru bead, the meditation completes. Without further ado, let us chant in honor of the space of the heart. I'll go slowly and pick up the pace as I go along. Hrdayakashaya Namah. 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 Om Yam 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 Hrdayakashaya Namah. Aum Yang 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 Hrdayakashaya Namah. Om Yang Hrdayakashaya Namah. Om Yang Hrdayakashaya Namah. Om Yang Hrdayakashaya Namah. Aum 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 Yang Hrdayakashaya Namah. 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 Salutations to the space of the heart. The Bija mantra of the heart chakra, Yam, is formed by the vowel E as it transitions into Yam. The vowel E is associated with a region of the mouth dedicated to the element of air, as the medium that fills the Hrdayakasha, the space of the heart. As such, the heart is associated with the element of air, Vayu. And as we know, it is through air that sound is propagated. The name of the heart chakra in Sanskrit is Anahata, which means the unstruck, referring to the Anahata nada, the unstruck sound. if you listen closely to your heart, you will find a sound that is being made in that space, which is not made in the ordinary way of two things striking against each other. And that sound is Yam. This being the final three letters of my given name, Liam, a nickname I picked up in a story where the L's in my life were dropped, and my relationship to my heart at such a young age being one of my earliest memories, becoming aware of the heartbeat and the realization that it would one day stop, giving me anxiety with my heart for many years, until one day I approached a wise man, and the wise man told me to meditate on the heart. For these reasons and many more, I dedicate this community as the Hrdayakashaya, the space of the heart. I hope this mantra has as much significance to you as it does to me. And I welcome everyone into the space of my heart.